Greetings out there, YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I guess I'm going to entitle this video, unless it's changed by the time you see this, handling the business. It's really important to follow through. Now, I always say this: I cut young folks slack, or young kids, or whatever, because they're still developing and growing. But when you're an adult, I can't give you an excuse. It's either you do this or you don't, And I'm going to give you two stories because purpose of these videos is to help young folks. Because, what's more important than just about anything is information. If you get it at a certain time in your life, you can really take advantage of it versus I'm a little too late and the bus left. So I take it upon myself to try to share these stories to help young folks say, man, thanks, Morris, man, because nobody ever told me that. I just didn't know. Now I know. Thank you so much. Because I was fortunate enough to have a great family structure when I was growing up. My mom and my dad and my big brothers, they looked out for me. They helped me. They nurtured me and prepared me, for the world out there that is not, or that is cruel, So here's the first story. In business, never tell your customers, don't never use this word. No. Don't ever use that word. It's not a good word. It's a very negative word. And I never did like it. I've never liked that word even when I was a kid, And as I was growing up and dating, I'm like, if a woman ever tell me no, I'm done. Not to say that everything that I ask for, I'm going to get. But I'm like, there's a better way of conveying your message as opposed to that two-letter word, So I was on eBay. What the I'm staying live. Hello? Hello? Hi. You have the wrong number, sir. Have a good day. Beggars. But anyway, so never use that word. I'm giving an example as far as business is concerned. I was on eBay. And I seen something that I wanted, and I'm looking at the price reasonable, then the free shipping thing. I'm like, okay. Then I looked at, because what I've learned now from a past experience as far as that free shipping thing, that's fine if you really tap for money. But I'm like, I'll give you $5 extra just to get my item here in 4 days instead of me waiting for 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm not that scrap that I got to wait 2 weeks for something when I can just pay you to speed it up. So I contacted them. I said, I would definitely like to have this product here, but is it possible to get it within 4 or 5 days? I'll pay for the priority shipment. I get a response back. Hi, no, it's going to take about a week. Have a good day. I went to the next vendor and I spent $2 extra and I bought the item and it's going to be shipped out priority. I don't mind paying for the extras, but if you're not willing to even try to help me, execute this transaction in the way that I would like to, I'll take my money elsewhere, No, in business, no. When people purchase my DVDs, I get them out the next day or the next day after the next day. It's not 4 or 5 days. Morris, man, have you shipped it yet? No. And if you have any problems, I'll be glad to take care of the problems. So, it's important in business to tell people, or like I said, that no word, because this is how I would have phrased it if I was selling this. Well, unfortunately, sir, that's out of my hands. So unfortunately, I looked into it and it's not a possibility. I'm sorry, sorry for you, sorry for the inconvenience, because you walk away as a customer feeling a little better as opposed to that no thing, because it's kind of like it's just negative. I never did like that word. And it's not meant to be liked. Who wants to be told no? Other than, no, I'm not going to kill you. That's the only time I want to hear that word, But here's the second one. And this is pertaining to music. And anybody that knows Morris, man, personally, especially when it comes to the music, I do not play. I don't have time for excuses. I don't have time for dragging feet. Next, next, just plain and simple. And it ain't that I'm being a hard ass. It's business. You don't show up at your job when you feel like it. If you do, you're not going to have that job that long. So I look at everything like that I'm going to a physical job. Someone asks me for something or of me, I'm there. I've committed. I've told you I'm going to be there unless I've told you I will give you a follow-up because I'm not 100% sure that I can do this, but I'll keep you posted in a timely manner. But here's the deal. Ran into somebody out in the public that sounded like they could sing. So I said, you know what? I'm working on some demo stuff. Would you be interested in perhaps, working with me with some demo stuff? And I pay handsomely when it comes to that. So the guy said, okay, so we exchanged numbers. We set up a time for him to come back because I want him to see what I do musically, want to hear his voice so I can gauge his range so I can write accordingly for that. So our meeting day came. 2 hours before the meeting, something came up. Now that's fine. Some things do come up. Okay. So we tried to attempt to set up another thing 2 days later. No call, no show. This was 2 weeks ago. I get an email today. I'm available Saturday. Next. You've already proven that you're not responsible. Or should I say you're not consistent. I don't deal with people like that. I don't care who you are. Because again, some people when it comes to music, they think I'm a artist. No, I just want things to be done the way they're supposed to. Because when I tell you I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. If for a certain reason I can't show up, you know that. But I know, and most of us should try to gauge to say, you know what, can I do this? Is there other things that I got that I'm juggling around at that particular time or not? Can I? And if I feel that I'm juggling some stuff, I'll tell you, no, I can't because I know I'm juggling some stuff. But, regardless of what decision you make, you should be consistent with it and stick to it. Because, again, when you step out of the line keeps moving. The line don't wait till you decide you want to move with it, Here's another interesting story. Then I'm going to sign off because I think you've gotten my point by now. And this was hilarious. This is when I was in my early 20s. And I applied for a freight forklifter job. And those jobs pay well, especially when you're a young dude just starting off. So I forgot how I found out. But it was a place that was kind of out of the way for me. So what I did the day before, I drove out there. So I know where it's at. So come day I'm supposed to be there, I ain't somewhere lost. I'm prepping for this. So I get out there the day before. I'm like, okay, I know where it's at. So I'll come back tomorrow in a timely manner. I got there the next morning, 30 minutes before I supposed to, because I'm like, I want to make sure that nothing slows me down. Because, I could have a flat tire or get pulled over by the police or whatever. So I'm making sure that I'm allowing enough time for the unforeseen to happen. So I got there 30 minutes early. And they told us prior to, getting there, have a number 2 pencil, 2 number 2 pencils. And I think a pad or something. So I had my number 2 pencils. I had my pad. And they say, be on time. I'm like, you ain't got to tell me that because I know that this is business. You don't show up late with an excuse. So I get there. Then they let us in. I guess I'm seated. And the guy, seated. And at the time of the official meeting it's 8 o'clock now. So, the meeting is going to start. It's officially starting as to what I was looking for officially. So they locked the door at 8 o'clock. So, because they let us in like 15 minutes early. So I got there, sat down. 8 o'clock came, the door locked. And the guy was giving his presentation. And I kid you not, from 8 o'clock up to about 9:30, the door knocked. And he said, you see those people out there? I told everybody 8 o'clock, they're not getting in, they're not getting jobs. And I was like, yeah, because they don't play, this is business. For a whole hour and a half. And there were some people that was there that didn't have number 2 pencils. I didn't see those people no more because it was a 3-process employment, or should I say 3 stages to get the job. And I got the job. And one of the jobs. And the second stage, I didn't see those people that didn't have those pencils, because again, it's like when they ask something of you, you deliver. You don't give excuse and have done it, and that job paid well, that was like $15 an hour. And this was back in the late 80s. That's a lot of money. And what we did was not really extremely physically demanding, because I worked at UPS around that time too. And that was physically demanding. You know, you in a hot trailer, it's about 90 degrees, and you shoving boxes, and you can't stop and take a break, because it's like a line, so you just moving. And that was like $7, $8 an hour. Forklift job, $15 an hour. I'm sitting in the rig, and I don't think I'm doing this sliding up with the truck or the forklift thing and sticking the little forks into the pallets and moving and putting them in the truck. I'm sitting down. I'm not standing up, bending and moving. I'm like, yeah, this is much better and pay much better. So I'm going to sign off now, but this is for you young folks. Follow through. Don't show up late with half-ass excuses or excuses. If you can't make it, you should be able to determine that before you commit to doing something. Because I do understand that things happen. They're not planned. You were prepared, but something threw a monkey wrench in the plans. But for the most part, those scenarios are not the ones that they're actually what happened. They're just some people they're not really business oriented at this stage, but they have to become that. I can't give an excuse to another grown man or make an excuse for another grown man why he didn't do what he said he was going to do. When you're a teenager or a kid, absolutely. You're still developing. But when you're a grown man, you're a grown man. That's the purpose of grown. Grown meaning that you handle your business, not mama going to do it for you, or a friend going to do it, your daddy going to do it, you going to do it. And that's why, from time to time, I have to make this statement that my father said, and I'm going to leave you guys with this because I said it before, but as I've said it recently, I'm like, I should use this more often. I might even put it on a t-shirt. Never ask another man for something you're not willing to pay for. That's simple. I get some people on YouTube and they don't understand. Oh, could you do these 5 songs? It would be unfair to the people that pay me to do 5 songs for me to do 5 songs for you for free. Come on, think about it. I get literally 100 requests a day. Even if I was being paid to do those, I couldn't do them because it's just physically impossible. But sometimes you should say to yourself, this is an interactive channel. He got over 20,000 subscribers. I'm sure I'm not the only one asking for stuff, Duh. But, people don't know what they don't know. But until next time, take care. And I hope that this has been informative, because that's why I'm doing this. It's not just about Morris ranting and tripping. I'm not ranting and tripping. I'm just trying to educate to pass on information that some people might not have, because you don't know what you don't know. And I can't assume that you know this, but now you know it. Till next time, take care.